In today's video, I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to make fewer errors in the infield as a slow pitch softball player. So I was a pro baseball player. I now play slow pitch. I play co-ed. It's super fun. And even for me, I'm still using a lot of the tactics that I used to teach my players when I was an active baseball coach, that coaches were always preaching to us about when I was still in my pro baseball career. And these little things, some mental factors, some little strategic things, some little skill development things, they can make a big difference for the average player in slow pitch. So I'm going to give you 5 quick tips today that can help you make more accurate throws, field more ground balls, and have more time to nab speeding runners as they run down to first base. So in today, 5 infield tips for slow pitch softball players. All right, so my first infield tip, and this goes for outfield just the same, for slow pitch softball, is have a mental checklist that you're rehearsing between every single play. And what this means is, so say I'm playing third base, and we've got a very slow runner on first and a very fast hitter up at the plate. Between every play or every batter, I'm gonna say, all right, how fast is my runner? Where are my runners at? How fast is the hitter? Okay, slow runner on first, fast runner at the plate. So if it's hit really slow to me, I probably still have time to get the out at second. If it's hit hard to me and I bobble it, I probably still have time to get that out at second. But if I have to charge it really far, I'm not gonna have a play there because I'm gonna be probably too far up, so I probably gotta get rid of it right away. I won't have time to field it, shuffle, set my feet, and throw. If it's hit to my left, where am I gonna go with it? If it's hit to my right, where am I gonna go with it, right? Imagine it's first and second, no one out. Ground ball hits me at third. If it's to my left, am I gonna tag the runner? Am I gonna go back to the base? Am I gonna throw to second to start the double play that way? All these things we wanna rehearse in our head before the play happens. So hey, soft hit ground ball to my left, medium hit to my left, hard hit to my left, hit right at me hard, soft hit to my right. What am I doing with it? Where am I going? Where do I probably have a play? And where do I not? What you see players do when they don't know where to go with the ball or they haven't rehearsed in their head through their mental checklist is they get some ball that's kind of in between and they have multiple options of what to do and they don't know what to do and they can't think fast enough in real time. So they either do the wrong thing or they freeze up and they throw it away, or they make another mental error. So the more you can go through your mental checklist, the better you're gonna be as far as staying calm, making the right play, and staying relaxed to make the throws or make the tags that you need to make. My second infield tip for slow pitch players is to have a prep step. You see this on every single play at high level baseball and softball, and this is what it looks like. You creeping, so say I wanna be in my ready position here, I'm gonna start a couple steps back, and as the pitcher's tossing it and it's in the air, I'm gonna have a right foot or left foot step, and I'm gonna land on the balls of both feet at the exact moment that the hitter swings. And the reason I do this is, if I can land on both feet as soon as they swing, this gives me the best chance of rocketing it off my balls of my feet to make a quick play. If I'm just standing here, or even if I'm just walking into position, I'm gonna be more on my heels, and it's gonna be tougher for me to make that initial dynamic movement. So when you have a good prep step, which is again, a little bit of creeping steps, and then a right or left foot onto both, this is gonna get you into a good fielding position, and it's gonna get you on the balls of your feet to then react quicker than you otherwise would have. My third infield tip for slow pitch softball is to get into a good athletic and low fielding position. As we get older, we get less flexible. It's less comfortable to get down to this position, right? So if you're always just flat-footed and tall, it's gonna be a lot harder to suddenly get your glove all the way to the ground so a ground ball doesn't go beneath it when that ball leaves the bat. So the more you can go through and do your prep step like we talked about and get into a good low fielding position where I'm not squatting, but I'm hinging my hips backward. If I can get here before the play, nothing's gonna get beneath my glove, and I'm gonna have so many more chances to get my glove down, and if it takes a bad hop, hits off my chest, I can still pick it up and I can make my play. But too often, if your fielding position is here, you've gotta shoot your hands down to the middle to preventing one of those hard hits from going between your legs, and that's not what you want. So practice using that prep step, getting into a good athletic fielding position where you're really close and your glove is pretty much where it needs to be right when the ball leaves the bat. My fourth slow pitch infield technique, this is gonna help you make fewer errors, is do not go back on ground balls. So in softball, you really wanna make your default as soon as the ball leaves the bat to attack it and get down into that centered ground ball position, field it off to the side, or even move through it in a backhand. But we want to get out of the habit of going back on stuff as much as we can, because it just takes us further away from first base. It stops our momentum cold, and now we've got to restart our feet and make that long throw, and it's gonna be really tough to get outs that way. So if you err on the side of charging everything, it's gonna keep your body moving to your target, give you momentum in your throws, and give you a lot better chance, especially if you're playing third, of getting those outs on long throws. And my last but most important infield tip for slow pitch players is moving your feet with your throw. Too often, you see players field the ground ball, and then they just sort of throw from flat feet. Or they get it and they barely move their feet, and then they have this really long throw. Again, if you rehearse how much time, how fast is this hitter? How hard did they hit it to me? You want to try to get at least one shuffle if you can. So you field that one, move your feet, and then you get 3 feet of extra distance towards first base, and you get a couple miles per hour of linear velocity from your legs. All that's going into the throw. So now you have momentum, and you have a throw that's 3 or 4 feet shorter. So get in the habit, whether you can circle them a little bit, which is a great habit to be in, so that ball's hit right at me. I'm gonna get around it, I'm gonna shuffle and move through it. Or you just get in the habit of being pretty good at attacking it, bring it up, and move your feet. A quick shuffle or two goes a long way on adding some zip, especially if you don't have a ton of arm strength. So hopefully this video is helpful. Obviously for slow pitch, the game can move really fast. It can move really slow, depending on the team and the players. But you want to give yourself the best chance possible of making all the routine plays. So footwork, charging the ball, your prep step, your fielding position, these are all small, very controllable details that can make a big difference over the course of a season of making a handful of extra outs that you otherwise, maybe the player beats it out, or you don't have enough zip on it and the throw doesn't make it there, maybe it goes to the backstop or to the fence, whatever. And obviously going through your mental checklist is gonna reduce as many mental errors as you can. The more you know what you could do on any possible different scenario, hard it to your left, hard it to your right, ball you really gotta charge. If it's over your head, what are you gonna do? Where are you gonna throw it? All these things you can rehearse in advance between pitches and plays, and that's gonna slow everything down for you and make the game much more manageable and make you much more relaxed and in control, even if you bobble the ball or something unexpected happens, all right? So thanks for watching. Leave a comment or question if you have any, and I'll see you here in the next video.